Welcome back to Popcorn Cobra, where I give you my normie perspective of movies and shows that I decided to watch. And today I want to talk about and review the movie Hallow Road. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's just go ahead and get into this movie, Hallow Road. Before I do, though, I'll let you know why I decided to watch this movie. Now, if you've already watched my previous video, you know why. Because the director of this movie is directing the prequel to the 2008 Cloverfield. And I really am stoked that, one, they're doing a prequel to 2008, and also because I like that IP. It's something different about how they tell that story that we've kind of seen in the last 3 or 4 movies or shows, actually, on Netflix as well. But it got me intrigued to watch this movie and to see. And I don't want to pronounce his name. If you want, I'll put his name or his picture over here so you know who he is. But I went into watching this movie to kind of, not to judge, but to see his body of work, to see how he tells a story. Because directors, some of them have their own way of telling a story, and some are just the same as everybody else. I love when you watch a director and you like his style and you follow him. Like for me, and this is my favorite thing to always say, is I'm a big M. Night Shyamalan fan. I love his fingerprint. When you watch one of his movies, you know it's M. Night Shyamalan. And I will follow him and support him wherever he goes with his movies or shows. By saying that, I'm going to go ahead and get into this movie and give my perspective of how he, first of all, what the movie's about and what I thought about it and how he directed this movie. So if you're interested, hang tight. Here we go. So, and again, no spoilers, so I'm going to be very vague and try to give you a little bit of perspective. So I'll give you the original description of this movie, and I'll add to it a little bit and give you a little bit of what I thought about it. So the description is this. 2 parents enter a race against time when they receive a distressing late-night phone call from the daughter after she causes a tragic car accident. That's pretty good description of this movie. Now, I'll add to it a little bit. It's about an hour and 20 minutes. Very short film, but it felt there's a lot in it. It really didn't. It wasn't too short, wasn't too long. It was a very good editing of this movie. How can I add to the description? So basically, if I was talking to a friend, which I consider you are if you're watching this, so basically their daughter and the parents had a fight, and the daughter rushed out in the car and just went somewhere else, right? And after a couple hours, she calls the parents and let them know she had an accident, and I'll just go for that. And they're trying to go to her to help her in the situation she's in. I know it's very vague, but that's it. You never see the daughter. You always hear on the phone talking to the parents. Now, in the beginning of the movie, you don't see the fight. You're thrown into after the fight. You see a couple things, you see the dishes, you see you see a lot of interesting things, and that's what I like about it. You can see this individual, he's telling you a story and kind of make you think what's going on, let you see all the little things here and there. I really enjoy how he was telling the story. Now, again, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I would say, to review it, the movie was paced very well. The editing was very well. The acting was very well. The cinematography was great. What I liked about it the most, it kept me interested in the story. It kept me wondering what's happening, what's going on. And I cared about the characters. I felt something for them. I wanted to figure out what happened and if they can save their daughter in the situation she's in and do all this stuff that parents do, right? And you go along in this trip, and then most of the movie, you're in the vehicle with the parents, talking to the daughter, going to the destination, basically. That's it. It kind of sounds, by saying that, it kind of sounds boring, but the director done a fantastic job kind of bouncing, acting and with the characters, going back and forth with the daughter, and you kind of play it in your head and wondering what's going on, and you're trying to add this, and they kind of tell you more layers to the relationship with the daughter and what happened and so on and so forth. But I know it's very vague, but I'm telling you, I only watched it once, but I actually want to watch it again. And that's how good it is. Because, again, I'm 2 for 2 for movies so far that I actually enjoy. The ending of it is different. Now, I'll just say it that way. It's very, very different. I did not expect what happened to happen. I know, I'm sorry for doing that, but I don't want you... Just like I tell anybody recommend a movie, I wouldn't tell them bit by bit what happened. It just, there's something about somebody else watching it. Now, if you decide to watch it or have watched it, please comment below. Let me know what you thought about it. Did you like it? Hate it? Did it kind of whatever? I'm genuinely curious about y'all's opinions of movies that I watch or haven't watched, because I love talking back and forth with people with their opinions about movies, because my opinion is not the best thing ever, but I genuinely, when I watch something, I recommend it to people, even though they may not like it. It's still a cool recommendation. It's not a waste. I'll say this before I go. I said, an hour and 20 minutes. I didn't feel robbed. I felt like it was a very good story, a very good ending to a story to a certain point. I got what I wanted, a good story. And that's what I love about movies and shows, a good freaking story. And this movie, I highly, highly recommend you all watching if you want. It wouldn't be a waste of your time. But other than that, I think I'm done for today. And like always, if you like this kind of content, give me a big thumbs up. It shows me that you care. Other than that, I hope you have a freaking fantastic day, because you deserve it.